What's up, everybody? This is Hunter Ziegler with Recruit Creative, and today I'm going to be reviewing the Muddy Manifest Cellular Trail Cam. This is a 16 megapixel trail cam, and this works with Verizon and I believe AT&T. The specific one that I have is for Verizon. So out of the box, this is a pretty simple setup. You just got to pull this tab out here, put your batteries in, put an SD card in. And actually, before you do that, you want to go into the command app and select add a camera and then scan your QR code, which is behind where the batteries go at. And this allows it to kind of sync with your app here. And you can see this will pop up on the screen, and it's telling you that you have unlimited photos for a month for free. And then you got to agree to the terms and conditions, and then hit accept. And then at this point, I would go ahead and insert your batteries, and then turn on the camera and allow it to start syncing. So after you've inserted the card, screwed the antenna on, put the batteries in, all you're really doing is turning the camera on and allowing these three green dots to flash, and then they'll all turn solid, and then your camera should be ready to go from there. Here's kind of a review of the app. You can actually access the command app on your phone, or you can go log in on stealthcommand.com. Whenever it pops up, it'll show you your 2 cameras or 3 cameras or however many cameras you got set up. In my case, I've got 2. You can go into the camera setup here and adjust all your delays and your photo resolution. I think out of the box it's at like 8 megapixels, so I went in and changed it to the highest, obviously. And there's all sorts of different information you can change. You can change your time format, and it's nice to be able to access all of this through the app at any time. You go through your uploads here. You can see the quality isn't the greatest. It doesn't upload its highest quality, basically. Once you pull your SD cards and actually put them on the computer, you'll get a better quality picture. But you can obviously get the size of the deer and get a really good guess at what's there. So it's not like a downfall of the camera. Really, it's not enough to keep you from buying it. I haven't really had any problems with it at all so far. The only thing that I would complain about would be the battery life on the one that I've had up for a month so far, and I used some cheap batteries on it, and it lasted exactly 1 month. But I really blame that on the batteries. And what's also nice about this is that you can go in and see where your camera's actually at. That way, if you're like me and forget where you put it, you can always go find it. Something else that I'd like to mention is the signal. You can see it at the top of the app up there. I've always had 3 out of 4 bars and sometimes 4 out of 4 bars, and I've had it in some questionable places where I really didn't think I'd have very good signal, but so far it hasn't been an issue for me, and that was one of the things that had me a little skeptical at the beginning. Another cool feature that this camera has is that it has a photo tracker, which you can see when I go in here. You can look at the different days, the weeks, the months, or years, and even see whenever this camera's getting most of its action. The month, I haven't had it out long enough to tell, but here you can see in the weeks, it shows you, it looks like your highs and your lows, and the amount of pictures and the type of weather you had that day. So it really tracks a lot of data for you that you might not realize if you didn't have this app working for you. The biggest thing that scared me about these trail cams when they first came out was the price. I never thought that I would be able to afford one, and that kind of kept me away from it. But when Muddy came out with this camera, I picked it up at Roll King for $100. And then you can see here in the plans, you can have a monthly or annual plan, and it's pretty cheap. I'm gonna end up going with the $5 a month and getting 600 photos because I don't think I'll end up using that much, but I can always upgrade. And the ability to go month to month is nice. That way, you're not paying for this camera all year long and only having it out for 3 or 4 months. But you can see you can change your plan at any time, and I think that's a pretty good deal for what you're getting, and it should help out in the field a lot. But each one of these plans here that I have is separate. So if I went with two of the $5 a month plans, I'd get whatever that said, 600, 650 on each camera, and it would only cost me $10 a month. Overall, I'd say this camera is a great buy for somebody like myself who's just starting out with the cell cams. You're really going to get the cell cam experience without having to break the bank. And there's nothing better than getting that alert on your phone, knowing that you've got a picture of a deer. It's almost like opening gifts on Christmas morning.